everybody, and welcome to the third That's Entertain Minutes podcast.
Woo, 3.
Yeah, number 3. We are recording this before our work shift, so it's bright outside. It's nice and early. I just woke up.
We have other employees somewhere around the store.
Yeah, we're coming at you from the store, which is open, and there's probably plenty of background noise, but we're just going to jump right into it.
Yeah, it's just part of the hustle and bustle. You get the virtual VATC experience from your living room or bedroom or wherever you put your laptop.
Yeah, pretty much anything I listen to, I want to have, Chad or Pete in the background.
We'll get eventually you'll hear someone laughing really loud. That'll be one of those two.
Yeah, and it won't be to anything that we said. So. Okay, so we got plenty of things to talk about, so we're just going to go ahead and start. Music that we listened to on the way in was Squid Pro Quo.
VATC Surf.
Yeah, the VATC Surf. We used that one for our commercials and pretty much most things.
Anything else we can really use it for.
But, okay, first thing, you're probably getting sick of it, but Godzilla. Godzilla event is coming up this Monday.
Godzilla Destroys Worcester Part 3. Hey, and 3 podcasts, third Godzilla.
It's craziness.
It's working
Good things come in threes.
Right now, yeah, look at us. We got some voting going on our Facebook page right now for the favorite Godzilla villain. I think the winner right now is Mothra, which is always confusing to me because Mothra just seems like a giant moth, so it seems like it wouldn't be that hard.
See, like a strategically placed flame might get the job done.
Yeah, basically.
Or just a giant fluorescent light bulb. It would just kind of like put it really far away from Godzilla. Just get distracted.
She's blowing the competition away, too.
We got 25 people for Mothra, and second is King Ghidorah at 15. But
and didn't Mothra team up with Godzilla a lot? Didn't they end up being reluctant allies a number of times?
Yeah.
Mothra is a good guy monster, I guess, right?
Yeah. But, originally it was Godzilla versus Mothra, so, I mean... but yeah, no, if you have Facebooks, check out our Facebook page, submit your vote. May affect which movies we're showing, it may not. I think we've showed Mothra with King Ghidorah in previous years.
Yep.
We've never showed the original Godzilla vs. Mothra, where pretty sure an egg just shows up on the beach.
That's how Mothra usually shows up. They're like, oh, giant egg. Let's take it and see if we can sell it or, make an attraction out of it. And then, oh, Mothra's here.
Yeah. And, the two little fairy girls show up and tell you how it's just a horrible idea. So stop by our Facebook page. Submit your votes. We got Godzilla tickets still available. All you have to do is stop into the store. They're completely free. You can come in and get one ticket. So if you want to go with friends, bring your friends into the store. They can grab their own tickets, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have prizes, raffles. We're getting a bunch of free IDW Godzilla comics.
Nice,
they
very
donated
nice.
those to Dr. Chris, who gave them to us to give away. So
very nice.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And again, that's Monday at 6:00, and we still have tickets available. By the time this podcast is coming out, which should be Friday. So, so that's Godzilla. What else we got?
Let's see. We also, new comics, as always. I'm sure you've dying to hear me talk about some more comics, but first, I just want to announce our comic contest, the one that I announced on the last podcast, the which comic sold the most on the Wednesday that it came out. The one that I had asked about was for Wednesday, May 1st. We only had one entry, which was Michael Tew, who guessed Detective Comics number 20. I'm sorry, Michael, you were wrong. It was actually...
Sad trombone.
Yeah. It was actually All New X-Men number 11, selling 21 copies. Detective Comics wasn't that far off. It was number 4. Number number 3 and 2 spot were shared with Age of Ultron and Superior Spider-Man, which both sold about 20 copies. Oh. But since, Michael, you were the only person to take a guess, we'll give you the comic anyway.
What?
I know.
Craziness.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Big week for Marvel then, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, so what was the number one bestseller?
The number one for Wednesday
Wednesday.
was All New X-Men number 11.
What's going on in that one, anyway?
That one is the book written by Brian Michael Bendis, where Beast goes back in time to take the original X-Men team and brings them to the present time because he wants the old Cyclops to confront the new Cyclops, kind of after the result of Avengers vs. X-Men, that whole ordeal. And yeah, a lot of crazy things happening.
It's a great series. So, if you haven't been reading X-Men over the past few years, Cyclops has been more and more Magneto-ized. He's gotten radical and militant.
Oh, really?
And so, it basically the last series, I think, cat's out of the bag with Avengers vs. X-Men, but he's possessed by the Phoenix and kills Professor X. And so Beast is...
Spoiler alert.
Well, it's been months now. I think we're out in the clear. But in any event, so now Beast wants to shame Scott Summers by bringing back the idealistic young Scott.
Yeah.
To basically just give him the stink eye.
Oh, really?
But he's kind of like throwing like he's, endangering the space-time continuum.
Yeah.
So
it's if they touch, does it
eye.
explode or whatever?
I don't know.
They haven't yet. But the weird thing is, it's like, if I were to look back at myself, this is just me personally. Normally, I'm like, if I was to look back at the Kevin of yesteryear, I would be really ashamed of what what I did or what I liked back then. Not the other way around, which is really interesting. But it's a great way they tie in the all new X-Men.
Wait, what do you mean not the other way around? Like your
not
past self
my
wouldn't
past
be
self would be like,
embarrassed?
future Kevin, he's just stupid.
Might be, you don't know.
Well, I could be.
I'm at the, I go to shows every once in a while, and I'm like, yeah, I'm still young, but like looking back, if I talk to young Evan, he could be like, who's the creep?
Who's the crazy old man?
29-year-old in the back, just nodding his head to the music. Yeah.
I think teenage Matt would be very likely to call anybody in their late 20s a sellout.
Yeah, pretty much. There's no crazy paradox of...
Not really. They keep discussing like, how is this going to affect them? Obviously, they're going to have to do some sort of mind erase to send them back, because if they keep them in the present, then that kind of would mess with the timeline.
This is why time travel stories just...
Well, I've been saying that the two of my favorite titles out right now, if you describe the plot concepts to me, I would be like, never mind. So, All New X-Men with its time travel, and the Superior Spider-Man with its brain swap concept.
Oh, yeah.
Both of them I would normally write off, but I think one thing I love about comic books is that sometimes they can really pull off these preposterous...
Yeah, well, I mean, if it's written well, I mean, it's the same with like TV shows. Like, my favorite TV show is Breaking Bad, and for years I didn't watch it because it was like, it's about a science teacher who makes meth, and it's like, why would I want to watch that?
And then you watched it, and you were like, now I get it.
It's written well, and it's everything is perfect on it. So
the concepts, the traveling in time and the brain swapping, it seems like if it were a TV show, it'd just kind of be like one of those zany episodes where it's like anything could happen.
Like the musical episode of Buffy, or
the week on TGIF where you had to go to KFC and get 3D glasses.
Yeah. And then they kept on like pointing sticks towards the TV, or like spray it with
or
water.
the Winslow family went back in time to a pirate ship somehow, and cannonballs were coming at me.
Oh yeah,
remember that one?
Didn't Nickelodeon do Smell-O-Vision, where like if you were subscribed to Nickelodeon magazine, you'd get a little sheet, and they'd be like a little thing in the corner.
Smell-O-Vision.
So there'd be like a little number in the bottom of the corner you're supposed to scratch and then sniff the appropriate one, and you'd just be like, oh yeah, they are eating popcorn. I smell it now. I totally get that.
Yeah, so that was the costume contest.
So anyway, Michael Tew, you guessed. You were the only one who guessed, so you get a free copy of All New X-Men number 11. Thanks for guessing. If anyone wants to guess on this week, I guess we kind of missed last week's, or we put this one up a little later. So for the next podcast, the contest will be for Wednesday, May 15th. Whatever comic sold the most copies then.
So for us, that was yesterday.
For us, that was yesterday.
What are some of the titles that came out?
Well, this was a...
Don't give it away.
I'm not going to give it away.
In no particular order.
Yeah, let's see. Some comics that came out this week. Let's see. We had...
Was Walking Dead this week, or was that last week?
Walking Dead was
that
last
was last week.
Yep. What came out this week? Image
Like one of the few
actually,
comics I'm only subscribed to.
I can talk. I guess I can segue into some of the stuff that came out this week. We had a couple new series come out this week. Image has a book called Dream Merchant, which, again, Image has been putting out a lot of new series, a lot of mini-series. They've all been really good. Regular Show has its own comic.
So you have these descriptions for the comics.
I do.
But
do you want?
Yeah, I want you to sell them. Like,
okay.
What's
Dream Merchant?
What's a Dream Merchant?
Let's see.
What's that
it says here a double-sized issue to kick off a new sci-fi series from.
No, do it like in a world
haunted by recurring dreams. A boy named Winslow is haunted by mysterious beings and protected by an old traveler. Soon Winslow will realize what is in his dreams is what the rest of the world has been made to forget, and what strange entities will stop at nothing to erase from his mind.
Oh man, so we got what do we got? We got
So we got a kid who's having these dreams, and apparently it's kind of like the whole world has been erased of these memories, and they're coming back to him, and someone out there is trying to stop it.
I'm going to go ahead and guess that young Winslow is Eddie Winslow.
Yep.
Of Family Matters fame, and that the old time traveler is a future Urkel.
Yep.
In a time.
Brings him
Of
back
course.
to a pirate ship. 3D.
So everybody head over to KFC Taco Bell.
Urkel always had the
glasses.
always
Just
had the
ask for them. They'll know what you're talking about.
Urkel always had the craziest inventions too, and you figure that Carl Winslow, as a cop, he would just be like, "All right, enough's enough."
Yeah, this is not legal anyway.
There are only so many times you can clone yourself and make robot versions of yourself, or have Stefan come around.
Yeah, that's what Cyclops should do. Just make one of those machines. Instead of having going back in time, he can just make a cooler version of the old Cyclops. So
I'd read that comic.
Regular Show. That's
Yeah,
coming
with
out.
Adventure Time being as popular as it was, the Boom Comics decided to give Regular Show its own comic. Regular Show ... It's anything but whoa.
That's the one with the bird, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Mordecai and Rigby are the two main characters. Let's see. Hot on the heels of the smash hit adaptation Adventure Time, Kaboom unveils the next all-ages comic phenomenon. Excuse me. That's what I said.
I know. I
Okay.
was just repeating it.
Okay. Cool. Getting some backup.
Phenomenon.
Join Mordecai, the Blue Jay, and Rigby, the Raccoon, a couple of best bros in their 20s just trying to chill for a bit, man. That's really convincing.
Oh yeah, it totally sold that.
But when you're living in as crazy a world as they are, no day can be called regular.